If you or I lied to a hospital to access patient records only to leak them to the media, we'd rightly expect to spend a lot of time in prison. But Eitan Haim, who stole private patient data and leaked it to the right-wing press, had his case dropped by the Trump administration because he targeted transgender children. Haim stole the private health records of trans youth from Texas Children's Hospital. Although he calls himself a whistleblower, none of the records contain any sign of harm to the patients or wrongdoing from their doctors, and he leaked them not to the authorities, but to the right-wing media. Haim is a far-right Christian who was once a medical resident at Texas Children's. He openly admits to stealing trans kids' records and leaking them to the right-wing writer and activist Chris Rufo. For his violations of trans kids' privacy, he's been celebrated by Fox News and conservative media. He even bragged about it to Dr. Phil. A federal law called HIPAA, spelled HIPAA, is supposed to protect patients from the misuse of private data for personal gain or sensational headlines. The law was passed in part as a response to the AIDS epidemic when unscrupulous medical professionals leaked the names of gay celebrities with AIDS to sleazy tabloids for a paycheck. Since HIPAA passed, the U.S. has protected patients' rights to keep their medical information private. That is, until now. Under President Biden, Haim was indicted for a felony violation of the U.S. medical privacy provisions. The indictment accused Haim of a malicious invasion of patient privacy with an intent to cause harm. Luckily for Haim, but unluckily for U.S. law, Donald Trump returned to the presidency before he could see justice. Trump's administration has dropped all charges, allowing his malicious act to go unpunished. The mainstream media barely cared about this story when Haim was still under indictment, and by now they've forgotten about it completely. At Assigned Media, trans kids always matter. Share our video and never forget the name of Eitan Haim or what he did to young trans people in Texas.